Okay, I'm sure, as you know, if you've been watching my channel quite a bit, you know that I say a lot of things. I say I'm going to do something, and I end up talking shit. I normally backtrack on what I said. I did it with KO. I said I'm not going to get DC KO. I ended up buying it. I ended up loving it. I said I'm not going to get Marvel in physical form. I'll just trade weight. But one comic kept luring me back. I really enjoyed the first issue of the Mortal 4. And I went in this week, even though I've spent over 100 quid on comics already this week. But if I see them in, I'll get issue 2 and 3. And lo and behold, issue 2 and 3 we're in. So I'm going to be carrying on with this. I will be getting Nova from Marvel because it's just $3.99 that one. I might try Planet She-Hulk. And I am very tempted with um, the new Hulk comic, even though it's the same team on it, if it's a good starting point. So you might see those in my review shows soon. But I thought I'd just highlight this comic. This is a perfect comic for people who find Thor a bit boring, who find it a bit pedestrian, a bit same old, mythology, bangs his hammer, changes from god being to human being. This throws it completely on its head. This, for me, has more of a flavour of Matt Wagner's Mage, which is one of my favourite I guess urban fantasy series. It's got that kind of flavour. So Thor has I've got a lisp. Thor has now been stripped of his godhood. He's now a mortal man, work on Earth. He's a Norwegian. He's got amnesia. Can't remember who he is, and it's Ewing basically just stripping away what he's built up with his previous series of the Immortal Thor. And I enjoyed Immortal Thor a bit up to a point, but then it felt very sluggish. And again, I'm not farting. Fireworks. Trust me. Yeah, not me. Fireworks. Um, yeah, it just felt It felt weighed down by its cleverness. It was cleverness version on boredom, and I got bored with it. But this has grabbed my attention. I think it helps having Pasqual Ferry on the artwork. And I don't know if you can see, but this is quite possibly one of the most violent comics Marvel has brought out at the moment. I don't know how they've managed to do this and just rate it a Team Plus. This is more bloodthirsty than a lot of Red Band comics, apart from the Punisher one. Um, and it's great. So Thor now he's living in an apartment. He's making friends with the people who live there, and he's basically a jobbing workman. So he's now working for on this big scaffolding, and there's this other person I'm not going to reveal because it's a great twist. Who senses he's aware of who he is, kind of aware of who he is, and he sends his minions to attack him. Loki is in here, but Loki's a different kind of person. He's called Lucky in this, and he's a really cool looking character. Let me just. There we go. That's Lucky, or Loki as he should be known. But there's a great reveal on issue number 3. I'm not going to show you much of this because this one gives away a hell of a lot. Gorgeous covers as well by Alex Ross. I adore this comic. I'm annoyed at this comic because it's $4.99. I don't want to pay $4.99 for a book that's only 20 pages. Marvel rob people blind. And another thing that I hate, so I will give the negatives, but it's nothing to do with the story. In each issue, you've got this. It's a great, gonna dive into the story now. A fucking advert on the second page. This is why I've cut down vastly on Marvel. Just get this now because I've finished finishing Red Hulk this month, and Imperial's finished with this latest issue, which I'll review soon. But the ad placements pull you out of the story straight away. Already, Grissom and Steve go, and it's like that all the way through. And the repetition of adverts. Do what DC do. Put the majority in the back if you need to. It makes no sense. I don't get Marvel's thinking behind it. It's just stupid. Really, really pisses me off and gets me annoyed. I don't like Marvel as a business. I will be honest. I love the characters, a lot of the characters, but I hate how they deal with their comics. It really frustrates me. But I'm really enjoying this story. So, frustrations aside, the art by Pasqual Ferry is gorgeous. It is just really, really. He can do just everyday life and then bring in supernatural elements and action. And the writer about Al Ewing, Al Ewing I can find can be a bit ploddy, a bit, hey, look how clever I am. And it throws me out of a story. But he seems to have got rid of that in this. It's like he's exercised his demons in the last Thor comic, what he did. And in the Mortal Thor, he's just brought it much more grounded down to earth. Like I said, it reads more like a Matt Wagner kind of fantasy story. And I'm here for it. I would give this a 9 out of 10. I did enjoy Captain America, the new one by Chip Zdarsky, but in all honesty, I find this is better and stronger art-wise and story-wise than Chip's run on Captain America because I've seen all that before Captain America. It's tropes what's been used by Ed Brubaker and other people, so it's nothing new under the sun. This feels completely fresh and exciting, and if you've not read a modern Thor comic in a while, I would highly recommend picking this up. Like I said, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. So that's me giving high praise for a Marvel comic. Can you believe it? Maybe it's the wine, who knows, but hey, Sarah, whatever that means. So, like I said, I will be doing some more videos soon. I did say I'll be doing a questions video, but I've only got about 5 questions off people, so that's piss poor. Nobody wants to ask me questions, but if you want to ask questions, you can put them in on the bottom at the end of this video or on threads or wherever you want to put them. And if I get about 10 questions, I'll do a video. Okay, I promise. And yeah, so okay. It's been a while since I've done a tipsy video, but here we go. 3 tipsy videos back to back. That's going to be interesting when I look at them tomorrow. Bye.